There is simply no denying that meme coins have taken the world by storm in the past 6 months. And while a select few people in the know seem to be printing insane amounts of money out of thin air every single day, in reality, the majority of the world has been left on the sidelines watching meme coins called Peanut and Moodang make new millionaires out of thin air and asking themselves, what the is going on? Now guys, I've personally been in the crypto space since 2017, been through multiple market cycles, changed my life with this industry, and most importantly, predicted this entire meme coin boom if you just scroll back on my channel about 7 months ago. The problem is, I know 99% of you guys watching this video still have zero idea how to take advantage of this meme coin craze. That's why you clicked this video. So today, I'm going to lay out for you a full, comprehensive A to Z guide taking you from zero, like no experience in crypto at all the way through to successfully navigating and trading the meme coin market. I do not believe there's a more comprehensive meme coin guide on all of YouTube, so now I'll outline exactly what I'm going to teach you in this video. But first, I would be remiss if I did not mention videos like this one are extremely useful tools to get started in the space. And as a matter of fact, I've had a number of prominent traders who you might now watch on YouTube who have DM'd me and told me that they got started in the meme coin space from watching my videos like this. But hear me when I say YouTube videos alone are not enough to fully master this space, especially this far into the bull run. So if you want to join a full-time crypto community with a team scouring these markets for picks every single day, advanced tooling, daily live streams, and honestly just want to trade alongside me and my people, I currently run one of the largest crypto and meme coin trading communities, Champs Only. I am consistently blown away by the wins that are submitted by our most exceptional community members like Zellboy, who joined us 15 days ago and just posted this, or Caden, who joined us 3 months ago and just posted this. Now, I am by no means telling you these are average or typical results, and you are going to have to absolutely lock in if you want to take advantage of this bull run, but I truthfully believe Champs Only will give you the single best education, toolset, and support in order for you to learn how to win in this game. So if you want to join us, in the first line of this video's description, you will find a limited time discount holiday code that you can enter at checkout to get an amazing deal on your first month with Champs Only. As always, thank you for the massive outpouring of support. Our community is growing so fast. With that said, let's get into the rest of the video. Today's guide, we are going to first talk about what are meme coins and Solana meme coins in particular. Second of all, we're going to go over how you can actually get started from setting up your wallet to acquiring Solana to trading on a platform and more. Next, we're going to talk about how to research and choose meme coins, from how to identify opportunities to how to pick which coins to buy, what trading strategies to use, and more. Then we're going to talk about how to actually execute trades successfully on Solana meme coins once you've chosen what coins you want to buy. We will then move on to some more advanced and strategic tips for growth in the space. And finally, I will go over some common mistakes for you to avoid so that you can reduce your chances of getting wrecked, rugged, or scammed. Let's jump right into it. So first things first, what are meme coins and why is the whole world freaking out about them? Well, to put it as simply as possible, meme coins are lighthearted, fun, and community-focused crypto tokens which serve no purpose and no utility other than community. What I mean by that is, unlike many of the popular tokens in crypto that oftentimes serve as a governance mechanism for a blockchain or an in-game currency in some crypto video game, meme coins literally just exist. They typically have a mascot or a meme. For example, Pepe has Pepe the Frog, Mog has a cat with pit vipers, Whiff has a little dog with a hat. And while this might sound kind of silly to non-crypto natives, because realistically it kind of is, the only thing that affects price upward or downwards of meme coins is the amount of attention they can capture. And that's why, as I will explain later in this video, the best meme coin traders in the world have distilled the art of predicting future attention of a token down to a science. Because for all intents and purposes, at the end of the day, all that is driving the price of a meme coin up or down is how many people are paying attention to it, deciding to gamble or bet on it and buy it, versus how many people are selling. That's it. Now, the reason why we are discussing Solana meme coins in this video, or meme coins that are built on top of the Solana blockchain, a cryptocurrency and blockchain that most of you guys are probably familiar with, seeing as it is one of the largest in the entire world, is because while there is still money to be made trading certain meme coins on Ethereum or on Base Chain or TRX or other chains, the vast majority of the meme coin economy exists on Solana in 2024, and that is for various reasons. The primary is that transactions or trades on Solana are much faster than any other blockchain that is this popular, and that they are also much cheaper. The fees to trade a coin on Solana is like literally cents, so it's more accessible to the average person, and it's just easier. It's become very popular. So what you're really looking at is a giant group of degens hanging out on the Solana blockchain and gambling on coins that are based on nothing other than memes, community, and future attention. So now let's talk about how you can join in. Before I do that though, I should provide a disclaimer here. First of all, nothing in this video is financial advice, and I am not suggesting or recommending to any of you guys watching this video that you should begin trading meme coins. Furthermore, you should definitely never risk a single dollar or any money in this market that you are not 100% going to be okay losing. This is an extremely high risk, high reward space. Yes, you see the massive P&Ls, but understand how many people lose every dollar they put into these markets. This is not a free money glitch or a get rich quick scheme, and you should not treat it as such. Crypto is extremely treacherous. It lacks regulation, and there are a lot of people that are actively trying to scam you at any moment of the day. With that said, hopefully it can help you avoid some of those pitfalls. And now I want to talk about how you can get started trading Solana meme coins. So in order to get started trading memes, the first thing that you are going to need is a self-custodied crypto wallet. This is basically just a wallet where you can hold your own cryptocurrency, and you're going to be able to trade on all the platforms we are about to outline. Phantom is far and away the easiest to use and best tool in the space for this in 2024. It's completely free. All you need to do is Google Phantom Wallet, go to download, and you will be able to add the Chrome extension. Now, once you've done that, you will be able to create a wallet within Phantom. And very importantly, hear me when I say this. When you do this, you are going to be given something called a secret recovery phrase. This is a string of 12 random words that you can use at any time in any place to recover access to this wallet from any other computer or any phone. And it's also the only way that you are going to be able to get back into this wallet should you lose access to the computer that you created it on or the phone that you created it on. So treat this phrase with the utmost respect. At minimum, write it down on a piece of paper or two separate pieces of paper that you can store in a very safe location. Better yet, etch it into something that is not flammable and can't be destroyed by a flood, because again, if you lose this, you're cooked. You can't get back in. Now, once you've created a Phantom wallet, you'll be able to go to the top, drop down a menu of your addresses, and copy a Solana address that you see there. This is the public wallet address to which you will be sending the Solana that you purchase. Now, in order to actually purchase Solana, there's a variety of centralized exchanges that you can use to simply buy crypto with a credit card. I would recommend a Coinbase or a Kraken or whatever exchange you prefer and is easy to use in your local jurisdiction. For the purpose of this video, I will be using an exchange called Blowfin that I like because it's super easy to make an account. You can buy crypto directly with credit card, and it doesn't require KYC, so it's simpler and easier to get an account created fast. Now, with that said, on whichever exchange that you decide to use, you will be able to find a withdraw function. After you've purchased Solana on this exchange, you will be able to choose Solana as the cryptocurrency that you want to withdraw, and then you will be able to go copy that Phantom address that you have in your new wallet that you just created like so, and paste it into the withdrawal address. You will choose Solana, and then you will choose how much you want to withdraw. You will click withdraw, and soon enough you will see it land in your Phantom wallet. Now, once you've seen that Solana balance land in your Phantom wallet like so, you are effectively out in the wilderness of crypto and ready to explore meme coins. Now, at a high level, what having Solana in a Phantom wallet is going to allow you to do is go connect that wallet to different things like decentralized exchanges, different trading protocols that I will teach you about in just a second, and actively trade. The reason why you want to have it in a Phantom wallet instead of on a Coinbase or centralized exchange is because there's very limited pairs that you can trade there, and you're definitely not going to be able to dive into the trenches and buy any of the coins that we're going to talk about in this video on a centralized exchange. There's just too many limits. Now, at a high level, the simplest way to swap your Solana for a variety of different coins once you're out in the crypto wilderness is going to be using a basic DEX like Jupiter, although that's not what we're going to be using in this video. But to learn how this kind of all works, you'll see that if you go to a site like Jupiter and click Connect Wallet and then click Phantom, you will be able to sign that transaction with the Phantom wallet. And now, if I wanted to swap my Solana for Mudang, for example, you can now see that I can enter in 2 Sol. I will get back 1372 Mudang. The Solana will leave my Phantom wallet and the Mudang will be deposited in my Phantom wallet, and I will be controlling it in my own little self-custody Phantom wallet. But if you want to actually trade meme coins in 2024, you need to be using the best trading platforms with the best speed. And the only way to do that is to use the 2 protocols that I am about to tell you about now. First of all, you need to go make a free Photon account, and our link is down below in the description to do just that. You will simply connect your Phantom wallet to Photon, sign a transaction. It will make you an account on the site, and you will now be logged in. The easiest way to see all new meme coin drops, get in on them early, see charts, be able to trade them, and do a bunch of other stuff that I will explain shortly. And this meme scope screen you see right now will be your best friend if you want to jump in the meme coin trenches. I'll explain how to use all of this in a sec. First, we just got to get set up. However, after you make your Photon account, instead of just depositing directly in Photon, there is another tool you can use with Photon that will actually make your trades much faster that I will not trade without in 2024. Now, if you look at the top of my trading interface on Photon, you will notice that instead of just these regular Photon buy and sell buttons that you see over here, you'll see a couple special buttons up here with a little pink logo next to them, and that is from a Chrome extension and tool called Nova that I will not trade without, simply because it makes your trades significantly faster and is going to allow you to be simply a much better and quicker trader. The reason for that is because if you really want to get into the trenches, you're going to be trading brand new coins that are fluctuating in price extremely fast, which means the faster after you click buy on a token that trade is actually executed and you're in, the better trader you're going to be able to be, because if it's slow, you could very well miss a 2-3x up or down on said token. So Nova is going to pair directly with Photon, still allow you to use this easy to use Photon trading interface, but you're just going to be able to use these buttons to get transactions through way faster. Now, it is technically a Telegram bot, and to get it set up, it is very simple. The free link to get it, because it is free, is down below this video as well. Now, in order to get Nova set up, you can just go down to the link in the description, get the Telegram bot. Once you are in here, you can go ahead and go to the wallets section. You will be able to click create wallet, copy that address just like you did before to send Solana to Phantom. You will be able to go to your Phantom wallet, click send, click Solana, paste in that address, figure out the amount of Sol that you want to send to this wallet, go ahead and send it. You can refresh. You'll now see that that wallet is already full of the Sol that I just sent. And now all that I have to do is go down to the Nova click button, click that, download the Chrome extension. I'll be able to open that on Google Chrome. I will see these buttons pull up over my Photon. And now when I click these quick buy buttons, it's actually going to execute that trade much faster. We're going to see it in real time on the Nova screen. For example, if I click buy right here on Photon, you'll be able to see that transaction execute on the left side. So just for example, if I pull up a random token like Mudang, you'll see if I click the buy 0.5 Sol button here, you'll actually see that transaction go through in real time on Telegram. I just pull up the window like this next to it. And then if I want to sell, I can choose what percentage to sell. I can go ahead and just click 100%. That transaction will go through, and it's the easiest and fastest way to trade. Now, a bit later in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the exact settings you should apply, how Nova is going to be your best friend as we get into trading fresh launches and getting really degen here. But before we talk about how to actually trade, for the next segment in this video, I need to talk to you about how to research, find, and choose coins to buy in the first place. Now, there are a number of different ways to find good meme coins. There are a number of different trading strategies that you can use to make money in this space. But in order to do that, first, you need to understand how this space works as a whole. And in order to understand that, we have to talk about a little website called Pump.Fun. Now, in short, Pump.Fun is a website that allows anybody, like literally anybody, to launch their own meme coin. You see these little things popping up all over my screen right now. These are literally how many meme coins people on the internet are making in real time right now. And 99.9% of these will go straight to zero, by the way. But with that in mind, the vast majority of meme coins that do end up becoming massively successful do start on Pump.Fun and do end up being diamonds in the rough in this absolute cesspool of a website. Now, I've just clicked on a random coin here, but the way that Pump.Fun works is that anybody can launch what's called a fair launch meme coin token on here. You can click a few buttons and launch a coin. And by fair launch, that simply means that the person who launches it can't hoard all the tokens. They have to buy them off the open market like the rest of us. The price of these tokens follows something called a bonding curve, which basically means there's a predetermined price curve, and the way that the price of the token goes up up as more and more people buy it on Pump Fund. And once the overall market cap or circulating money that people have bought on a token on Pump Fund reaches over $75,000, that token does something called graduates, and the liquidity pool is taken from Pump Fund and deposited into something called Raydium. That's a bunch of complicated crypto lingo. What that basically means is that that coin is now tradable outside of just Pump Fund and can be added to centralized exchanges, DEXs like Jupiter that I showed you further. Basically, if a coin graduates from Pump Fund, that means it has made it out into the broader world of crypto. Now, the reason why tools like Photon are so important is because they allow you to see and filter all of the fresh launches happening on Pump Fund before they've graduated. All of these coins here have yet to graduate from Photon, which means that if we can find the right ones, we can get in on tokens extremely early. And the reality is, while 99% of these coins you see on my screen right now will go to zero, those insane 10,000% P&Ls that you're seeing from kids on Twitter are almost unequivocally from people that are good enough traders to figure out which coins to ape into early by using a combination of this meme scope tool, tools like Nova, and a bunch of the information, knowledge, and techniques that I'm going to share with you in this video. Now, how to actually dive into these meme coin trenches and find those coins is going to need an entire segment later in this video, so I will get into that in just a second. But although we will focus on it a lot in this video, jumping into the trenches like this is not the only way to trade meme coins in 2024. And if your objective is to swing trade or buy coins and hold them for a bit longer that you have higher conviction in, there is a number of ways that you can do that as well. Now, when it comes to finding good meme coins to buy and hold, you cannot sleep on Twitter, or X as it's called right now, as a good source of information. So instead of trying to give you a super long and complex explanation of how to properly filter Twitter for good people to follow and information about meme coins, I'm going to make this as simple as possible. One, beneath this video, I've linked an example list of some people that I think are good to follow to stay on top of the hottest meme coin trends in the space. I am not endorsing these people. These people do not know I've put them in this video. There's no sort of like weird handshake deal. There's no weird stuff going on. I just chose some people that I think give pretty good information. Second of all, once you've found a coin that you like from following these people or other people on Twitter, you need to understand how to use Twitter to scan for community strength and overall timeline presence of any given coin, because that is one of the #1 predictors of a meme coin's long-term success. And to explain this to you, I will use a coin called MOG, of which I'm a big holder, as an example. Now, long ago at much lower prices, MOG became a coin that I was extremely interested in after I used this technique to scan Twitter for their overall community. To keep this extremely light and simple, I'll show you exactly why. If we just go look up the ticker for MOG, $MOG, let's see what we find. Well, first and foremost, there's just an absolute myriad of posts using the ticker, and a lot of them have really good engagement. Next, we begin to notice that there are a lot of prominent figures on crypto Twitter and prominent pages posting about this token, and I noticed this long ago at much lower prices. Next, if we go to the actual Twitter page itself, we'll notice that their posts get very good engagement as well. 10K impressions, 17K impressions, 20K impressions. But that alone wouldn't be enough, because they could be paying influencers or they could be botting their own posts. So what you really want to be looking for on Twitter whenever you are trying to decide if you want to buy and hold a coin is how hard does their community go in the replies of posts spamming their memes. And if we click on a post with good engagement with a MOG ticker right now, I swear to God, I have not clicked on this. I can almost guarantee you that there will be hundreds of people going crazy in the replies with MOG related memes. And if we begin scrolling through, well, there's Elio, who's very prominent in the space. MOG is the one. This is their meme that they use everywhere, right? You want to look for repeated memes being used everywhere. Pit Vipers, MOG is the one, MOG is the one, MOG to $1. Community just going absolutely crazy, okay? And this goes on for basically forever. And I saw them doing this under like every post. And the reason why that's possible for this community, by the way, to give you guys some extra free game, is because of what you see on the chart right here. This is a concept that you need to understand when you're picking long-term holds. So you can actually barely see this little hump right here where my mouse is right now, but from launch to this tiny little hump that you can barely see now was actually an insane, massive run for MOG. We were all in the coin at the time. A lot of us took a lot of profits at this time, and a lot of people probably figured this was going to be the ever top of this token, which is quite funny now that it's shot to almost 40 cents at all-time high. But if you look right here and you see this 6, 7, 8 months of doldrums of price being back down 90% at a super cheap price, yet during this time the community was staying active on Twitter. The reason why this is so important for MOG now is this allowed a ton of people with actual conviction in the meme, in the coin, to accumulate a lot of this token at a very low price. It means that there's tons of different holders of this coin, and I've made entirely separate videos about how to study holder dynamics. You can click back back on my channel to learn about that. And an actual big organic community has formed here around this token. And that's why when you see this big run up, it's sustainable because A, the entire token supply is not held by a few people because a lot of people were able to accumulate it for cheap. And B, the people that were willing to buy here are going to keep holding and are going to keep holding because they've truthfully bought into the culture of this coin. Now, on the other side of this coin, you can also use Twitter to find coins that have a lot of red flags that are not going to be good long-term holds. I'm not going to pull up any specific project Twitters for this section because the point of this channel is not to dunk on any one community. But at a high level, boys, if you go to the project Twitter, you notice that it has tons of followers, 50, 100,000 followers, but the tweets are only getting 1,000 impressions and a few likes, and there's no replies, and the only people you see posting about it look like obvious paid promotions, which we can make an entire separate video about. You can reasonably make the assumption that this is not going to be a good coin to hold over the long term. But when it comes to researching and finding coins to buy for longer term hold, something else that you also need to understand at a high level is how metas, or really trends in the space, work. And to explain this, I have pulled up a coin called Chill Guy because I think that even if you're new to crypto, out of any meme coins, this is the one that you would be most likely to recognize. The Chill Guy meme, which is just like this little chill guy standing there with a song playing, became really popular on TikTok. A bunch of people on TikTok found out there was a meme coin attached to that meme because, like I said, it's just about betting on attention, guys. And this coin started going absolutely nuclear. It went past a $600 million market cap from nothing in not very long. This then signaled a new meta or attention trend in meme coins that was specifically focused around coins that were based off of TikTok memes. Now, because we're hip to how meme coins work here on the channel, we were able to go capture a great trade on another token called Wait, which was another crypto meme coin that was focused around a separate TikTok meme. You can go back and look on my channel for proof, but this was a 5-figure trade that I made live in the video. But this was a multi-day trade that was easy for me to make because the meme coin space, as you need to understand for your longer term holds, is dominated by metas and narratives. The core narrative or meta of the space is always changing, and you do have to be agile to keep up with it. This is why we spend tons of time researching the market inside Champs Only. This is why if you literally just go look at our public wins channel, you can see a ton of our community members absolutely printing off the most recent huge runner meme coin called UFD, or Unicorn Fart Dust, which is insane. Tristan with a nice 10K trade on this, and a bunch of other members who printed on it as well. And as always, if you want to just skip a lot of steps and stay on top of all these meme coin metas in real time, you can just join Champs Only with the code below. But being plugged in and following the right people on Twitter is going to give you a really good idea of what is popular and what the main meta is at any given time. I would argue that right now, these AI agent meme coins are really a meta to watch. I just made an entire video talking about my coin picks that talked a lot about this meta if you want to go back to the last video I posted on this channel. But at a high level, before we talk about how to actually get in the trenches and trade brand new meme coins like all the kids you see on Twitter are doing, there's one thing that you do need to understand that does pose a big challenge to a lot of people that are newer to the space, which is that sometimes randomness wins in meme coins, and this is at best educated gambling. For example, this huge spike recently on Mudang, which would have been an insane trade if you had caught it right here, was caused by this coin getting listed on the largest centralized exchange in crypto called Binance, which you've probably heard of. And unless you were somehow able to get access to this information early, sometimes this stuff is just going to be random, which is why there's really no substitute to spending time in the game and having your ear to the trenches. But with that said, let's go ahead and move on to this word that I keep using, the trenches. Now, whenever I say trenching, you hear people say the trenches. What they're talking about is buying freshly launched coins on Pump Fund super early and riding them to insane multiples, or trying to scalp trade in and out of them extremely fast. Now, while you need to understand that 99% of these tokens are going to go to zero, trenching like this is realistically the only way that you're seeing guys get in at these crazy, crazy low market caps and ride it to 10,000x multiple. So what I'm gonna do now is just show you what a trenching setup would look like, or how I would sit here and monitor fresh launches to try and catch the best ones. First and foremost, on the meme scope tab on Photon, you'll notice that I have some filters applied. I'm gonna go ahead and filter by a minimum of 15 holders, so I know that at least a few people have already bought this token. I'm gonna make sure that the dev is holding less than 10% of the coin, so they can't just immediately sell and nuke the coin to zero in one transaction. And I'm going to filter for less than one sniper. Now this is a little bit controversial. Snipers just means people who snipe the token super early and are holding big pieces of it. I prefer to trade tokens without snipers, so I apply this filter here, but that's really up to you. The second thing that I'm gonna do is go onto Nova Click and adjust my quick buy amount, because you'll notice that there are buttons overlaid right here on the meme scope tab that you can click to immediately buy a token without even clicking into the chart. Now you can adjust this to whatever amount you like, but realistically this should be an amount of money that you are okay with, like literally throwing into an incinerator, okay? But with those filters set up and Nova Click on, I now wanna talk about what the setup is that I'm actually using to find good fresh launches, how I'm filtering for them, and then how I'm taking the trade. So the very first thing that I'm always going to be doing whenever I am quote unquote trenching is using a Twitter monitor. In the CT tracker, the crypto Twitter tracker that we have inside Champs Only, we have a Twitter monitor that is aggregating or combining a bunch of tweets from prominent accounts that are tweeting current events, memes, and other things that can spark fresh new launches. We've programmed this aggregator to put tweets from a ton of prominent accounts that have started a lot of memes that have gotten turned into big coins into one place to make it as easy as possible to find fresh launches. Now, for example, you'll see here the New York Post tweeting about Luigi Mangione, who, if you've followed the news at all in the past couple of weeks, you are certainly familiar with. Now, this is sort of past news, but at the time that Luigi was making big headlines, we were able to catch him from a lot of prominent news accounts very quickly, because these things move quickly in the Twitter monitor tracker here in Champs Only. Now, at the time that this Twitter monitor was picking up a lot of prominent accounts posting about Luigi, we noticed that people started launching Luigi Mangione coins, because that's like literally how this meme coin game works. And this one that I have pulled up right now actually went all the way to almost a $60 million market cap on the 1 hour. And if you were vigilant enough, you would have been able to catch that in the newly created or even in the about to graduate tab while it was still very, very small and ride that up. So you're gonna be watching a Twitter monitor for fresh new trends that can be turned into memes, and then watching to see them pop up on MemeScope on Photon. And an example would be, let's say here in the CT tracker, we see, I don't know, Elon tweet about a new dog that he got called Mario. The first thing I would then be doing is going to the newly created tab on MemeScope and looking for fresh new coins called Mario, because that's a meme that could have some big narrative around it, right? And because we have these filters applied, if we see a Mario coin popping up here, we're gonna see that it's starting to get traction. Again, there's no Mario coin, I'm just giving an example. But then once I found a coin that I think could have a good narrative and that I'm potentially interested in, there's a number of tools that I'm using inside our bot commands channel in Champs Only as well to check before I'm ever gonna buy a token. The first thing that I'm gonna do, and I'll just choose a random coin here, is going to be to copy the contract address of any given token, go into the bot commands channel and check it for bundles with our bundle checker. I'll run that right now and you will see that this has been flagged as potentially bundled, which is a bad sign. It would make me not buy a token. Now, if you don't know what bundling is, it's basically just checking for if the dev or the person who launched a token has in a sort of sneaky way accumulated a bunch of their own token in a ton of different wallets, where it makes it look like they don't have a massive amount of the supply, but actually they control the vast majority of the token and basically could just dump it on you. So this one's already not off to a good start. But another thing that I'm always going to be checking is the reverse image search on any given token. So I'll go to reverse image search and then paste in that CA again. And what that's gonna do is let you see if the art that they've used from that is actually stolen from another source that already existed, which in this case doesn't really seem to be a problem. This just looks like pictures from their own Twitter. But speaking of Twitter, one of the most important things that I'm always checking on before I click that buy or that snipe button is going to the Twitter, copying the @ going back to Champs Only, using our Twitter reuse command and pasting in that username. And what this is gonna do is tell you all the previous usernames of this Twitter account. Now, the reason why this is important is because if you notice, they're using a Twitter account that has had 20 different names, and they were all different names of previous tokens that have launched. What that would signal to you is that this dev team or the person launching this token is just running a bunch of rug pulls after rug pulls, reusing this Twitter for fresh coins that they are just rugging to zero. However, in this case, you will see that there is only one Twitter name that has been used for this Twitter account, which means they've likely never launched a coin before, which is good. Now, another tool that you can use if you want to would be rugchecker.xyz. You can go paste the token address in here, and you're gonna be able to see a bunch of different statistics. You're gonna get an overall risk analysis sign, and this one, again, seems to be fine. I've literally never heard of this token before. I'm not endorsing it. I know nothing about it. I'm not gonna buy it. This is an example, okay? But guys, as primitive as this stuff might all seem, this is the game. If you really wanna get in coins early and be in the trenches, gotta have a good Twitter tool, watching for new trends. You gotta be watching MemeScope scope so you can get in fresh launches super early. You're gonna have to be willing to lose money and accept that a lot of these go straight to zero. You're gonna need to learn how to check fast using tools like the ones we have in Champs Only for big red flags, signals that you are probably just going to get farmed and lose all of your money. But with that in mind, you are just gonna have to dive in and start trading. So now I wanna move on to the part of this video where I show you how to actually execute your trades. First things first, you do wanna get your settings right. So if I go to the menu in Nova and then I go to settings and then I go to fees, I am gonna be rocking a 0.05 SOL buy and sell tip. I'm gonna be using a 0.03 SOL buy and sell fee. Now guys, if you don't know what I mean by this, honestly, you're just gonna have to kind of trust me on this. It's a more complex concept that has to do with how paying different levels of fees can make your transactions go through faster on the Solana blockchain, and I've just played with this a decent amount. I'm always gonna have these two MEV protection buttons on green. For my slippage, I'm gonna run a 30% buy and sell slippage. That means that from the point where I press my transaction, I will accept a 30% difference in price, which might sound like a lot if I wanna buy a token for 10 cents and I end up getting my buy through at 13 cents. But on a lot of these fresh launches, guys, the price is moving so fast that if you don't have your slippage at least 30%, your transaction won't even go through. And once that's set up, we're ready to go trade. Now, for the purpose of time in this video, I'm not gonna sit here and actually monitor our Twitter tracker and wait for a promising launch to come along because I am trying to get this video done for you guys. But what I can do is literally just take a trade live on camera and show you what it looks like. Oh, well, I was just clicking into an example token, and guys, let this chart right here be a lesson to you of why you want to get in and get out of these trades fast most of the time, and be aware, like, this is what most charts end up looking like. Like, you have to be willing to lose any money that you put in to hit those every once in a while 100 or 1,000 X's. Anyway, let's try and find a good one to take a trade on here. All right, guys, here's a token that I actually just saw some people in my Discord talking about, so we're just going to aim it here and try and trade it for example's sake for this video. This is very early token. You can see it's still at a $40,000 market cap. It's getting sold off right now, and we are going to go for an entry here. Okay, there we go. Transaction through. Let's see. Up 15%. Let's see, chat. Let's see how we do. Ooh. I'm gonna let this cook for a second. So I guess, guys, this is a token centered around another TikTok trend. We are currently, let's see, we are up 20% on this trade right now. Let's go. For the video, come on, for the video. Okay. All right. Oh, all right. So we are now up 72%. We're up over $100 on this trade. Obviously, I'm trading with very small size for the sake of this video, but I just want you guys to see what the live trench experience looks like. Oh, shit. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close this trade here in profit so that this video doesn't just take forever. I really just wanna see you what the tools look like and how to actually execute these transactions. So if I, look at that candle. So if I go ahead and just click 100% here, the sell will go ahead and go through. You'll see that transaction now. It'll automatically give us a nice little P&L. Now, I would typically never be trading with this small of size, guys. It's a little $66 profit. But you can imagine if I were trading with a little bit larger size, then those 30 to 50 to even just 2x trades end up stacking quite a bit. Now, with that said, as you dive into trading fresh pairs, there are a couple base level recommendations that I'm going to make when you are trading like this. First and foremost, especially if you are new, only have one of these trades open at a time. If you're running around trying to manage all these different positions on freshly launched coins, you are almost certainly going to end up getting rugged or wrecked because managing one of these positions in the first place can be very stressful and you need to be fully attentive. One bad tweet can go out from a celebrity account about a token and the thing nukes to zero. Second of all, don't be afraid to close for small percentage profits. Obviously, for those insane P&Ls, you're going to have to buy early and hold for longer. But once you're just starting to try and grow your account, it's okay to take 50, 100% swing trades on these tiny new fresh launches and just start stacking wins. But with that said, now that I've showed you our tool stack, I've talked to you about both long and shorter term meme coin trades. I've showed you the tools and the setup that I am using to find fresh launches, the settings I am using. I want to go ahead and move into some more advanced tips and strategies for growth to continue building a trading portfolio in meme coins. And the first tip that I'm going to give you here is to develop and stick to one trading strategy, especially if you are new here. You need to figure out if you A, want to dive into the trenches and trade brand new fresh pair for smaller amounts of profit. That is something that is going to be very time consuming, the highest risk but also the high reward. Or if you want to be a slightly longer term swing trader, find decent tokens that have narratives on Twitter, try and buy them and sell them for a 2 to 3x maybe a few weeks later. C, want to be a long-term holder, go buy a couple larger market cap memes and hold them for the entire rest of the bull run. And if that's the case, by the way, I just recommend you go watch the last video I posted about my long-term high conviction altcoins that I will be holding for the rest of the cycle. And whether you choose to make short-term scalp trades in the trenches or a little bit longer-term swing trades is going to be largely dependent on your overall risk tolerance and how much time you have to spend. As I said earlier, getting in the trenches, buying these tokens early gives you by far the highest risk of being rugged. You're going to have to spend a lot of time learning how to watch this space, but I do believe it's a worthwhile endeavor and something that you should put time into if you really want to get into meme coins, because again, that's how you're going to catch stuff super early. Either way, you do want to stick to one strategy and learn the game. And once you do that, you also do need to learn how to use things like risk management, take profits, and stop losses, which I will show you how to do now. Now, if you don't know, a take profit is basically just a predetermined limit order that you can set to sell a token automatically once it hits a certain price, and you can choose what percentage of the overall token that you hold is automatically sold once it hits that price. A stop loss is the same thing, except it is a price below the point at which you bought it, wherein if the token goes down this much, you want to go ahead, cut your risk, cut your losses, and sell it before the token goes even lower automatically. Now, what's cool about Nova, as this coin rugs, good thing we sold, is that you can actually set up stop losses and take profits to trigger automatically. If we go into presets, go into limit orders, and then click on TP and SL, you can see that you can set take profit and stop loss levels. So if I click new take profit level, you'll see that I can put in the percentage I want to take profit at. So let me show you some take profit settings that I think are going to be very beginner friendly to those of you who are new trying to build your account balance in meme coins. If you go ahead and put your take profit percentage at 100, which basically means at a 100% gain, or once the token has 2x from your entry, it will automatically sell. And then go ahead and set the percentage of the position to automatically sell at 50. What that basically means now is if a token 2x's from where I bought it, it will automatically sell 50% of my position, or put more simply, it will take out the initial amount that I put in, and I will now be writing risk-free profits. I think this is a really good disciplinary action to put on your trades automatically, especially if you are new, because the number one mistake that I see new meme coin traders make is that they will never sell for any profits. They'll be up 10,000% and they'll end up holding it back down to zero. So this is a way to make sure that you at least do not lose money if a token 2x. Now, as you get a little bit deeper into the game, you will be able to begin changing these preferences. You can also learn whether or not you want to use stop losses. Now, in my personal opinion, it is a viable strategy to be taking out initials at a 2x and not even set a stop loss and just be okay with losing whatever money you put in when you're trenching buying tokens this early. But that is going to be a matter of preference that you learn as you get deeper in the space. Now, a third thing that's going to help you really grow in the space as you continue learning meme coins is going to be getting in the right communities. And I know you guys are going to think this is just another section where I'm going to shamelessly plug Champs Only, which to some extent I am, but it doesn't just have to be Champs Only. Like, there are a myriad of good free Telegram channels. I run my own free Telegram channel, which you can also join, link down below. It can be Twitter group chats. It can be free Discord servers, but what I would encourage you guys to do is find a group of people who have experience, who can help you find good tokens, and who can cut your learning curve by literally like 99%, because if you try and jump in this alone, you are never going to become a good trader, or at least probably not in the time period that we have left of this bull run, which in my opinion at max is like 6 to 8 months. Now, out of all the groups you can join, the thing that I do truthfully think makes Champs Only different is we are one of the only groups that has been running for almost 3 years at this point. There are very few groups in the space that have outlasted an entire bear market the way that we have. There are very few groups that literally have over 3,000 publicly facing testimonials. We do not pay people to post these. We do not reward people for posting these. And the proof is simply in the pudding, which is probably why we are the fastest growing group in all of crypto. Now, by the time you're seeing this video, that holiday code to join at an amazing discount will be expiring very soon. So if you want to join our community, you can do that below. But if you don't want to join our community, at the bare minimum, go to that Twitter following list that I posted below, figure out who they follow, figure out which one of those people have free Telegram channels linked in their bios, start exploring the face and find a tribe of people. But with that said, for the final section of this video, I want to go ahead and go over some common mistakes that you can avoid that hold back 99% of traders. If you do not do these things, I think that the speed at which you are able to profitably trade meme coins will multiply massively. First things first, avoid FOMO, or fear of missing out at all costs. As you get into crypto and meme coins in particular, this is going to be a feeling that you feel a lot. There are going to be a lot of times whenever you check the Discord and the group chats and see a ton of people talking about a token that has already gone up 10,000%. and you're gonna feel left out, you're gonna feel super hyped up, and you're going to want to buy the very top of this token because you don't wanna miss out. What if this thing goes to $1 billion market cap? And 99% of the time, when you feel that feeling, you need to resist it. You need to not buy that token, as the odds that you end up getting dumped on in these scenarios is going to be very high, because by the time that you're feeling that intense FOMO and all that emotion, the cycle to get in early on that token and actually make money on it has almost unequivocally already passed. Now, the second mistake to avoid that is very much attached to mistake number one is ignoring the due diligence that you need to do before buying any given token. Because if you are trading with emotions, and if you are feeling that FOMO, sometimes you're gonna feel like you just have to get into a trade so fast that, oh, I'm not gonna take the time to check if this is a Twitter that's been reused, and you're gonna think, I don't need to use all the tools Champ just talked about to check whether this token could be a rug pull. I gotta get in now. I don't need to do my DD. And then when that token inevitably ends up rugging to zero, you're gonna find out that you could have, easily gone to the Twitter, seen that it was a complete scam, and avoided losing your hard-earned money. Now, number three, another thing that you should never do is buy a token just because somebody told you to. Now, if you're new to crypto, I wouldn't blame you for not really understanding how this part of the game works, but anybody who's in crypto knows what I'm about to say is true. Anybody who buys and holds a token is extremely incentivized to get other people to buy it so that the price goes up, which means that anytime somebody is trying to convince you to buy a token, you need to ask yourself, are they actually trying to help me by convincing me to buy this token? Or do they just want me to buy this token because they hold it, they want the price to go up, and they want to dump their tokens on me? It is usually the latter, and this can get very tricky, especially when you have good friends that you don't want to tell, no, I don't want to buy that coin that you're holding. But at the end of the day, you got to look out for yourself. Never buy a token just because somebody shilled it to you. And fourth, most importantly, never, and I mean never, put more money in a token, no matter how big, than you can afford to lose. Crypto is inherently risky. Many of the biggest and most popular tokens in this market will go to zero at the end of this bull run. And trying to hop, skip, and jump your way to generational wealth by risking your entire net worth on a meme coin called Chill Guy is a one-way ticket to losing everything that you have. You're going to feel stupid. You're going to end up in a very bad spot, and you should never, ever, ever, ever put more money in any crypto token than you can afford to go to zero. Capiche? But if you do avoid all those things, if you do use the tips for growth that I just gave you, if you do use the fundamental strategies that we just discussed and the tools that I just showed you to check for rugs and scams, and you do join a community to help you progress faster in this market, then I legitimately think that the video you just watched can take you from absolutely zero experience in this market to being successful. And I know that's possible because I've had people who have watched my previous videos DM me that same thing. So if you made it this far in the video, I not only want to say thank you, but I want to encourage you to use that limited time holiday code down below in the description to join Champs Only. Make sure you drop a subscription on the channel because I'm going to keep going super hard, busting my butt to make great videos for you guys. I love you all very much, and until next time, peace.